Hi guys, Ian from footballboots.co.uk here. Today we're talking about Adidas's brand new silo, the Adidas Ace 15.1. Okay, so this is their brand new control silo. It's replacing the Instinct. It's one of the two new boots that Adidas have just brought out along with the X. This boot is going to be headlined by the likes of James Rodriguez, Manuel Neuer, Andre Herrera at Manchester United, Oscar at Chelsea. Lots of big name players you're going to see controlling the game wearing these. Mesut Ozil, another player who's going to be a big standout. You'll have seen the pictures of him wearing them already. Today I'm going to wear them myself on the field here. We're going to check them out, we're going to test them out, we're going to let you know what we think. We're going to let you know how good these new boots are. So let's get on with it. So Adidas have returned to basics for the design of the Ace, producing what I'd say is something a bit similar to the Predator Manias. You've got this big block of solid colour at the back here. Now the Adidas 3 stripes, they're rolling underneath the sole here, giving you a classic touch. And this design's got two primary colours, the black at the forefoot and this solar yellow at the heel. In my eyes, this is an improvement on some of the designs we've seen recently for the Instincts. Designed with a wider last, the Ace is going to fit any foot shape, which is a bonus compared to the previous Predator Instincts that some of you may have had a little trouble wearing. True to size is going to ensure you're going to get a nice snug and secure fit inside the boots. So the upper is called TotalSkin, and it's this 3 layers of construction. You've got a mesh underneath, then you've got the kind of control web, and then on top of that is the TotalSkin layer. Feels pretty thin and soft, and overall these are pretty comfortable and pretty similar really to the Instinct, apart from that slightly wider last. So first impressions, it's a good fit. Expect no major problems breaking these boots in. The sole's a bit stiff at first, but it's going to loosen up over time. They're going to feel pretty good, and considering and comparing them to the Instincts, it's a much easier break-in process than with those, so you're probably going to be pretty happy once you got these on your feet. Now to me, in hand, the Ace is feeling lighter than the Instinct. I haven't looked up the stats, I don't know exactly how much these are weighing in at. But with that web in there, that's going to strip out some weight, and they're not particularly heavy. The thing that's got the most weight is probably that heel stabilizer at the back. And they don't feel heavy to wear. I'm not too fussed personally about weight nowadays. All boots are a pretty good weight. You get these super lightweight ones, they're the speed ones. It's not what these are all about, so they feel pretty good. That's all that really matters. So Adidas have used this 3-layer construction that I was talking about. You got the mesh underneath, and then you've got this control web, and this is what is there to and designed to aid with your control of the ball. To me, it looks a lot like an Opus. It's just a different design, and it's also a lot like previous Instinct generations, or the LZs, where they've had the control elements, and that's what they're looking at doing here. You've got this kind of area here which is going to dampen the pass a little bit, and then these kind of indentations which are all about taking a little bit off the ball as it hits your foot. Overall it feels pretty good, but I don't really think it's going to make a huge difference. So it's more of an aesthetic thing. What do you think about the design? You've got little triangles going into circles and hexagons and coming back out again. And so personally, you just got to think about what you think of that. It's got this asymmetric lacing, which is really nice. Gives you this larger striking area here, and that fits up pretty nicely in the boot, and I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't feel as grippy as like an Instinct. It doesn't certainly feel like a LZ, it just doesn't have that extra stuff on the top. What it does have on the top is these little dimples, and this is the non-stop grip area, or the application, and this is to aid your control in wet conditions. Pretty much thinking all conditions control. Adidas have gone with NSG, non-stop grip, pretty much the same type of stuff. These little dimples, you see these kind of things going on the top of the Hybrid Touch, and they had little things like that going on your Messi 10.1s, and these are little applications they put on top of the Hybrid Touch before. There's no Hybrid Touch on this time, it's TotalSkin, and on top of that is this NSG, as I was saying. So let's have a look at the sole, and we're now looking at what is pretty much the standout feature of this pair of boots, is this total control that they've got going on at the bottom here, and you've got these conical studs and then smaller ones in the middle, and it's all about these, okay? It's all about the fact that you can, if you want, play on 3G pitches with these. Something you've not been able to do with Adidas boots before is end up getting loads of little bits of black rubber crumb in with your socks when you take them off. Right, but these are designed specifically to be able to be worn on 3G pitches. We're not talking about sand-based Astro pitches, we're talking about 3G, okay, with the rubber crumb, this kind of stuff, yeah? So, that's one thing that they've done this. The other thing they're saying is this is going to be good for controlling the ball itself, possibly on Astro pitches, but when you're going to get mud and stuff in here, I'm not sure how much of an addition it's going to give you. I'm about to find out. You'll be able to see me doing a few drag backs and stuff, and you'll just see how it works out on here with that. I'm not overly sold on the concept, but I'm about to find out. I am overly sold on the fact that these are nice to be able to wear them on firm ground and on Astro pitches. So protection wise, you end up getting a stud on the top. It's got a little bit in there. It's not anything super special. It's not going to be as good as a leather boot, but this is going to be better than your real thin synthetic boots. Although, depending if you catch it on the web area where there's a lot less going on, it might hurt a bit more. There's not any extra padding or anything in the tongue, so you're not going to get any extra protection there. What you do get though is in the heel, all right? So if you get a heavy challenge around the back here, this is definitely going to look after you and going to lock you in. And that is definitely a nice bonus with these. But overall, protection's kind of medium, nothing special. Talking durability wise, the bonus is that these have been designed to be worn on 3G pitches, so if you are wearing them there, you're not going to end up kind of breaking the boot anymore, and it's not going to affect your warranty, so you can return them to Adidas if you need to, if you have issues. I am a little bit concerned about the seam here and the way it joins here. Obviously they've ditched the control frame, which was on the Instincts, and that means that this bit here is less protected, and you might find more issues with separation as you play. Something I'm not going to find out after a couple of test sessions that I've had, but instead it's something that you're going to find out over the course of the season. Obviously Adidas are going to back up their products, so if you do have issues then you'll be able to return them, but it'd just be interesting to see how these fare, especially with people who are wearing them on 3G pitches in warm conditions where they're going to really heat up, and we'll just see how they go. Overall, they're going to be very durable on your firm ground pitches where you're not really getting a lot going on with them. They're very easy to clean. I think we're going to find out. We're going to give a pair that gets pretty muddy to Blake, and he's going to find out for us. The only issue might be the web, but overall probably going to be all right to clean and look after and maintain, but we'll find out that in the future too. All right guys, time to give you the verdict on the Ace 15.1. I think the main primary good thing for Adidas is these really are going to stand out on the pitch. Okay, there's yellow at the back and the black at the front. You're going to notice these. You're going to see a lot of players wearing these. You're going to see players in the synthetic version, which these are, and also the leather version with the black at the front again. And make sure you stay tuned to the channel because we've got a review of those coming up. So good things also. This firm ground / AstroTurf sole. It's a nice feature. It's nice to be able to wear them on both. You only need to buy one pair of boots instead of two. So a lot of you should consider these if you like the look of them. And functionality wise, the control web doesn't really bring anything to your game, but then there's a lot of technology on boots that doesn't really do a lot. It just makes them look good. If you like the look of them, then go for them. If you don't like the look of them, then don't worry about them. Non-stop grip doesn't really do a huge amount either, just application on the top. Fit wise, that's an important one, right? So with this wider last, it means it's going to fit a lot more of you. So for those of you who had tried perhaps the Instincts before and didn't really fit you, then make sure you check these out if you like the look of them, because they could be the ones for you. All right guys, as I said, we've got the review of the leather version of these coming up. We've also got a review of the 15.1X coming up. So as always, tons of stuff on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. I bet you are already, so thank you again for that. All right guys, I'm gonna go enjoy some more football. Thanks.